Welcome, welcome. Yep, it's Friday again. Welcome to the Nick stream. About to get it going here. I see all of you. I see you. Yeah, you know, it is Friday, and you are watching the Nick stream. I am your host, Nick, the anchor baby. Yes, we are about to get it going. Right on, right on. I see all of you rolling into the Nick stream. About to get it going. Be patient. Yes. How is all your Fridays? How's your Friday going? We're going to have fun today. Got plenty of show for you. Yes. Beautiful. Yep. Yeah. Yes, it is Friday. This is the Nick stream, and I am your host, Nick, the anchor baby. I hope all of you are well. About to get it rolling. Let me say that once again. Like I said, I have, how should I put it? I have plenty of show for you today, but yet loosey-goosey. So it's a real show, but it's also loose. We'll see what happens today. Gonna get to a couple things. Gonna do calls and gonna do fun things as well. So make sure to stick around and share and like the stream for others. Right on. Hey, Lord Bibby42, what's up? Child Harold, Daniel, Lord Luca, Ibrahim, Mr. Hectic, Miklo, Catherine Payne, what's up? How you been? Lady C, some old, some usual suspects, I think some new as well. Ian Hogg, right on, what's up? Richie, what up? Everybody, listen, like I said, you are watching Nick stream, and we're gonna have a good time. Rolling, Nick. No, we're about to get it rolling, as in we're about to get the show rolling, Ian Hogg. If there's any relation to David Hogg, huh? So, yes, you are watching Nick stream. I hope your Friday is going well. There's plenty of stuff going on in the world and plenty of stuff going on everywhere. And we're going to get into a whole bunch of it. At least we'll try. But, yes, hello, my Nickers and Nickerettes. Welcome to another Nick at Night edition of the Nick stream. What can I say? It's a interesting times, right? Hey, what's up? Moose Simpson. Oh, Ivana Spencer. What up? JV, hey, how you doing? So, lots going on, right? What can I say? I have to wish you all a happy groomer month, right? Happy groomer month. Groomers. A lot of grooming going on. All kinds of grooming. And schools, at home. You feel me? Or Pride Month, my bad. Did I use the wrong word there? My bad. I meant Pride Month. But groomer month, right? Groomer, a lot of grooming going on. Lots of grooming. Some even suspect grooming of these, dare I say, some of these mass shooters. Some of these shooters. Sorry, that was really loud. Some of these shooters, people are saying they're groomed. But anyways, I'm just messing around here. I'm playing around. What else happened this week? Women were utterly defeated. They were utterly and completely destroyed. And the order was brought back. Wouldn't that be nice? But there was a big defeat by the evil Me Too people. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. You've heard of all this. You've heard of all this. Happy Abomination Month. Some happy Nasty Month. I see some names in the chat. What up? Steven Absolution, JS Urban Adventures, man. Good to see y'all. Dan, what up? Human Nats. New name? Anyways. Women were utterly defeated, so that's fantastic. And the Queen, we're talking about the Queen. Ooh, Jubilee. Ooh, Lordy, Jubilee. I don't know why that sounds like a black word to me. I don't know why Jubilee sounds black to me. Like, ooh, Jubilee. I don't know. Maybe I've been perusing too many black church websites trying to get guests for the JLP show. You feel me? Jubilee. Yes, we're talking about the Queen. We're talking about a bunch of stuff. Hooray to His Royal Highness. Yes. Hey, what up, Troy? How you doing? Matt, good to see you. Good to see you all here. Wow, you're all joined so quickly. I'm here still preambling, and you're all here. I'm so blessed. I'm thankful. What is up? Okay. Hey, what's up, Chris? Gotta say hi. So, let me see here. Let me just roll right into this. Okay. How am I going to... Sounds totally black? Oh, I thought someone in chat was saying that my sound is black, as in not good. Yes, Jubilee. The word Jubilee does sound black, don't it? But I'm not talking about black stuff. I'm talking about, in fact, something particularly white. I think. At least that one time it was. And if you're following me, I'm talking about the celebration of Queen Elizabeth II. It's her, they're calling it the Platinum Jubilee, right? And they're celebrating what is basically the 70th anniversary of her accession as Queen Elizabeth II, also known as Queen Elizabeth the Steadfast, or whatever. Not sure why, but yeah, they're calling it the Platinum Jubilee of Elizabeth II. And all over TV, it's all black and gold, those royal colors. And when I saw all these, I was watching it on, we have the TV playing here at the office. When I saw it on the TV, I saw a whole bunch of, it was like a choir of blacks singing some song in celebration of this Queen's Jubilee. And I thought that the Platinum Jubilee was the name of that choir, right? And I'm just like, oh yeah, Jubilee, that's black. That's probably them. Hey, what's up, dude? Jesus? Thank you. So, yeah, that's going on. And I have stuff to say about that. You know what? I'll just keep going. I was going to get to something here, but I'll just leave that for later. Let me get into this. Why am I talking about the monarchy? Who cares about queens and kings anymore, right? We're in America where that's what, we overcame that or whatever. Like, that's the old world. That's the old ways, You know what I'm saying? Why are we talking about the monarchy? Well, as some of you might know, I grew up in, I was born in America, and around like 9 years old, moved up to Canada with the family. I should repeat it for those that don't know. We went up to Canada. This is part of the anchor baby mythology, so you should know if you don't. But I am an anchor baby. What does that mean? I'm the son of an illegal, right? They were illegal in this country. And so they went up to Canada to do it the right way. So my family's up there in the cold with their papers. But so what I'm saying here is that I grew up partly in Canada. And in Canada, they got the Queen. They got the Queen's image on the money everywhere. They're not as independent from the Queen as the Americans are. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Queen is still a large part of the Canadian kind of politics, at least in many ways as a figurehead, if you will, as symbolically, but in other ways that symbolism is in the culture, and I'll get into what I mean by that in a moment. But what do we got here? We got these English people all celebrating their great Queen Elizabeth II. Now, queens, kings, the monarchy. Call me whatever. Call me whatever, but there's something I like. There's something I like about the monarchy. Okay? Not the monarchy today, obviously. It's long, far removed from its original, if you will, greatness and many things. This queen has brought about like a LGBT and female stuff, all brought into the monarchy and British culture by way of the queen. So I'm not talking about that, but there's something to respect about this. Okay, I grew up in Canada, born in America, son of illegals, Colombians, like, you know what I mean? It's all a mess. But I've had the pleasure and the privilege to be in these countries. And there's a shared history between Canada, England, America that I truly, that I respect, okay? There's a shared history. And there's something truly great about that history. Despite the things that America stands for now. No, Nathan, I don't bend the knee to the king or queen. But there's something interesting about the monarchy and about the history, right? Despite whatever you think of it, good or bad, I'm not saying that. It's just awesome in the truest sense of the word. It is something to behold. The English Empire, think about the impact. And think about where it is today. And everything. So like I was saying, there's a shared history between these countries and these nations and peoples, really. And you can trace it back to a number of things, but one thing you could trace it back to is the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta. Something I even spoke. I did a segment on this. One of these White History Months, probably one of the past White History Months on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. July is White History Month. And I did this segment on the Magna Carta. And it was a royal charter decreed by the King John of England in June, which is timely, right? We're in June. Huh? See? See, I got a real show. Huh? I meant to make that connection. But yes, Magna Carta, June, year 1215. And the Magna Carta laid out the language and rights laid out by this Magna Carta are very similar, some exactly the same as the Constitution we know today, the Canadian Charter of Human Rights that we know today, as far removed as they are from their original intent and power or whatever. They have that shared history, right? And so that's why I can look at the monarchy and appreciate it in many ways. There's something stable about a strong monarchy. Or what I'm getting at is there's something interesting about that. And if these nations weren't so divided as they are now, like I can see a nation united, right, with the same culture, peoples, and they all agree with the king. It all kind of works in tandem with their issues. They got their issues and they're fighting in the nation within and all that. But I can see a more united peoples, a more homogenous peoples, if you will, making that work and not being such a mess as we know the monarchy to be today. Am I making sense? Am I painting the picture for you? So that's why I have respect for the awesomeness of it all. It truly is awesome. Think about the impact, like England, man. Like they brought savages God. We brought you Jesus. No, messing around, but there's kind of a little truth to that. And just this, the blooming of civilization and industry. I'm kind of just going on here, right? I'm kind of just speaking from the off the cuff about this. You following me? I saw videos of like the English disrespecting the Jubilee in a sense, or I saw people were calling it disrespectful what some of the onlookers were doing, and it's interesting. It's like kind of a shame. I mean, the leadership and all they're shameful too for what they push, but the whole idea of this corrupt, weak leadership and the people disrespecting it, the tradition, disrespecting those traditions, and the whole thing is just kind of a shame, huh? You feel me? So I appreciate the shared history. And I find it quite awesome. You following me? Anyways, it's quite weak now, right? With all the things that they're allowing, and we're gonna get into some of that. But anyways, you know what? Talking about the Queen, I think I may have mentioned this before, but I don't know. I find this quite interesting. The Queen Elizabeth II, is actually the world's. I thought she wasn't the top one, but she, at least according to Business Insider, is the number one individual landowner in the whole world. I thought she was like third or fourth after a couple Saudi kings or princes. I may have mentioned this, but I don't know why. I found this interesting. She is the largest. I mean, it almost makes sense when you think about it. She's like the largest individual landowner in the world, 6.6 billion acres. This includes Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Canada, and Australia, and some other stuff like the Falklands. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I remember learning about this too. She is actually the land. She owns the land you Canadians out there and Australians are stepping on. I remember when I was learning about property rights, and I may be somewhat inaccurate here, but people don't actually own property in Canada. At least it's a challenged right. Although at least in modern times there have been some attempts to enshrine some property rights for Canadians, it's all under the shadow of this greater what's the word, there's like a greater rule, if you will, and that is that the Queen owns the land and she has the right to just take it from you if she wishes, because that's hers. So you're only borrowing. It is the Queen's Land of Canada and the Queen's Land of Australia, So interesting stuff. What else do I got to say about that? Landowners, yeah, Saudi kings. Maybe you guys will find this interesting. Why are so many big landowners in Australia? There's the Kidman family, Nicole Kidman, her family. They're huge landowners. And some woman named Gina Reinhardt, a mining company heiress. Then it's like Saudi kings and like African kings. Anyways. So where was I? Yeah, the woman's rule, the monarchy where it's at now, the woman's rule, you're seeing this queen, they're all celebrating, but that woman, the woman's rule, if you will, that's such a good representation of what's going on in many ways in many nations, especially by, the Western nations, the Magna Carta nations, Western nations, the white nations, or, yeah, and it's interesting. There's like think about the flag, red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue means freedom and purity, but also it's a callback to the Union Jack, the British flag. This is quite interesting. I find this all quite interesting, because what's going on right now is the ransacking of America and of the world's Christian nations, the white nations, the Magna Carta nations, if you will. I kind of made that up. The West, right? The milk and honey produced by these great nations now produced to quite a level where people can be decadent, and they're living in this this decadence. Really, we're in this decadence, so sweet and hypnotizing, right? But ultimately false. And we've been talking this week about rights being taken away, gun rights. Right? We're talking about a lot of things, and it goes back to the very it goes back to a loss of what these nations, where these nations come from and what they are and what it takes to preserve and maintain them. We've lost that. Losing / lost. America is not the America we knew or talked about. And it's that loss, that forgetting or whatever, it's bringing about all the things that we've been talking about. Bringing about all the stuff. So like I said, I appreciate the Queen. I appreciate all of them for its sheer awesomeness. Like I said, it was the Jubilee. What is it? Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, a celebration of her accession to the throne. But there's actually another Jubilee that happened in history that, I'm going to bring up. Duh. And it was Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee in 1897. So I don't know if that's like a name, like a naming scheme. Do these jubilees have different jewel names? Oh, I have the Diamond Jubilee. You can have the Platinum Jubilee. I don't know. But the Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee was in 1897, where they were celebrating her 60th anniversary to her accession to the throne, right? And so this Queen Victoria, during her Jubilee, there was a poem written by a man, a particular man that you might know. His name was Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling wrote the If poem, read numerous times by Jesse Lee Peterson. Many of you remember it from the JLP show or from memory from growing up. Just a deep poem about enduring and manhood. So I wish I could have it like, I wish I could always remember it, especially in those dark times, if you will. I almost don't want to say dark times. It's so dramatic, but I'm just saying it's a very interesting poem to remember. But this Rudyard Kipling wrote some other interesting poems. He wrote one. I want to talk about two of them here. He wrote one called Recessional. Recessional, a poem by Rudyard Kipling. It was composed for this Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee in 1897. So think about the name, the name Recessional. A recessional is a hymn, or it's a piece of music played at the end of religious services. At the end. At the finale. And so the poem, when you read it, it actually goes against, and I'm just here reading this. I'm reading this about the poem here, that the poem went against the celebratory mood of the time. And when you read it, it's true. Because it was against like I said, the celebratory mood of the time. And in this poem, Rudyard is basically in a sense, he was both praising and having this pride for the British, the British Empire, but at the same time, he was speaking about in the poem in a melancholic way about the way that empires go. They rise and they fall. And in the poem, he's basically, alluding to that end and expressing both pride and sadness, if you will, at the end, the ending of this great empire. And so to think about the Jubilee of this queen and him putting this out, I don't know, it just makes you think of today in America. Makes you think about today in America and the recessional that we might be. I'm not trying to be so dark. It's not a black pill. There are no black pills. And I got a white pill coming for you in a moment. But it is a recessional almost. It's like we talk about what is American, da da da. But there's so many people in America right now, and they're all calling themselves Americans, but they don't agree. They're not united. They're all separate. They're all not. They're calling each other America, but they're not the same. They're all calling each other the same thing, but they're not. Are you following me? It's like they're calling each other American, yet they're so different, and they're not getting along. And so I don't know. All this is. I've been just thinking about this today. Just all this about what it all means, and these nations, and the history, right? So, anyways, Recessional by Rudyard Kipling. Check it out. But there was another poem by Rudyard Kipling called "The White Man's Burden." Very interesting stuff. And basically, Rudyard here is talking about, they call it jingoism. I don't know. When you read about these poems, they're like, Rudyard was a jingoist who was pushing jingoism. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. But he was expressing, basically, expressing the colonization of the white man colonizing these different nations, and bringing them up from immorality or poverty or whatever. It's just like an interesting thing to think about. So anyways, yeah. So I'm thankful. I'm appreciative, and it's very interesting to see where it all is today. It's kind of shameful, but if we remember the history and all these things, maybe we could rebuild beyond, you know what I mean? Beyond any ending or recessionals of whatever empire nation, right? So interesting stuff. So yeah, I'm just here reflecting on these things. Yeah, just this ransacking is going on, and it's shameless. It's going on right now. There was a story. I just saw this. It was like we did it on the JLP show. Oregon drugs. Oregon legalized all those drugs back in like 2020, and now it's like a disaster. 700% increase in overdoses, and they plan to continue the program despite it not working, despite people not using it. A scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a pyramid scheme, and that's what America's become. It's this pyramid scheme, and we're all like strung along by paper money that's losing value and ephemeral, transient things. And the only way to keep the pyramid scheme going is to keep, expanding the bottom, if you will. You got to keep bringing people in, immigration, Oh man. So the gun laws, the homelessness, the crime, the blatant lies, the hypocrisy, the media's mass manipulation, all this, it's part of this ransacking of America. Keep the pyramid scheme going while we skim off the top and take as much as we can. So, just very, very interesting. You find this interesting? You following me here? Are you seeing what I am seeing? Now, again, I grew up in Canada, and I think about, I have like a place, I have a love in my heart for Canada. I was blessed to be there, despite it being this commie country and all these people forsaking Christianity, the French Canadians in Montreal, all their swears, the swear words in Montreal, for example, Quebec, the swear words in French Canada, they're all about the church, right? Tabernacle and all that. That just means tabernacle, but that is a swear word for the French Canadians. And this is a callback to how they rejected I was going to say Christianity, but I think they rejected the Catholic Church, which might be kind of based. But as you can see, Canadians today, they don't believe in God. The proof is just how, the proof is in so many things, and the things they push, and how weak the men are, and how weak Canadians are in allowing their country to go. And so what am I talking about here? I'm talking about Canada because I grew up there, and because Trudeau announced that handgun ban. There was It's kind of pretty significant. Okay, it's a handgun ban and a buyback of rifles and guns that are, in the new list of guns that aren't allowed. It's quite significant, and with Biden's speech yesterday about basically calling this that no right is absolute. He said no right is absolute. He addressed the nation at the White House after all these shootings going on, which the media is focusing on. Let's not forget, and this is from NPR, that there's been like 200 plus mass shootings this year alone. But they're just focusing. They're just hyper focusing on things. And they won't tell you that the majority of those, that a large amount of those is not these little mass shootings at schools. It's like gangs, it's blacks, it's things that they don't talk about, like that shooting in Tulsa that just happening that suddenly people aren't really talking that much about. Unless it's to push gun control, they're avoiding it because the shooter was black. So anyways, I'm talking about Trudeau here and his gun ban. And the reason is because I remember growing up in Canada and seeing just how I saw the culture in Canada change very quickly before my very eyes growing up. Here's something that a lot of you may not understand. There's a lot going on in Canada, and they're losing their rights and all that. But there's something those are all just symptoms of the loss of the culture and the true identity of the Canadians and their true history and all that, everything that I've been talking about today. And so your average Canadian citizen, their lives aren't really going to change with this gun ban. I've talked to friends and family up there, and they're like, my life's not really going to change. But they don't realize that this is huge. And hugely in part because of immigration. They lost the Canadians have lost their culture, really. They're losing and have lost in many ways their culture and their nation. And this coincides with immigration. There's reports. There's projections. And you can look it up. Vancouver Sun, I'm seeing here, this article and many more, on how Canada's demographics are changing very, very fast. It's one of the fastest rates of ethnic change of any country in the Western world, says Vancouver Sun. 7 in 10 residents will be non-white in 2 decades. I saw another report too that in around the same time, non-whites will outnumber Americans. I mean, non-white Canadians or whatever will outnumber white Canadians like 3-1. A quarter. Yeah, that's called losing your culture. That's called losing your people, losing your nation. That's called being replaced and invaded. By design, by their own government. You can draw parallels and extrapolate from that, right? You following me? So crazy. So I remember in Canada seeing that change myself. I remember when the floodgates opened with like, I don't know, Middle Eastern. We just said brown people. In fact, when I was a kid, we just called them all Packies. Like, Packy. Right? It wasn't racism. It was just kids being like, oh, you're different, haha, and like, and they couldn't hang. They always took it a little too hard. I remember I got that. I remember when I arrived to Canada, I got that. It wasn't like a Latino thing, like, oh, you Latino. No, it was American. They were like, oh, you American. Oh, and I forget. I don't even remember what they even said. But I remember being like, I don't want to use the word ostracized. That sounds so dramatic. But yeah, I was like othered because I was American. They were like, oh, this American. I remember that. Anyway, so these Packies came into our schools and they were totally different, completely different. They were all dressed up in the traditional stuff. It was hugely different. And life has been changing for Canadians ever since. And that's just one example I have. So they lost their culture, losing their nation in many ways. What's going on here in America, and they're losing their rights. Coincides, man. It coincides because maybe there's something. Because maybe there's something that they're not understanding. These people coming in and the people being raised in this country, like the white Canadians being raised by weak people who gave up Christianity, gave up their Magna Carta ancestry, if you will. Am I making sense? They're raised, right? All these people, they don't realize what it all means. Like, for example, guns. It's not about hunting. Oh, I want to hunt. Or sure, it starts getting more deep when you start talking about, well, my right to defend myself and my family. But think about this. I'm talking about the Magna Carta, English, the Americans, the founding fathers, all that. It's not just my guns, my guns. It's consider the people who created this country. Consider the founding fathers, Christian men. I believe that they wanted and believed that they could have a nation of men just like them. Godly. They cared about themselves, each other, their families. They would be responsible people with guns. I think that's what they wanted. I think that's why. It's also due to other reasons. It's a reaction to disarmament by the British. Some of you might know about the Boston Massacre. I'll talk about that in a second. But I imagine these founding father Christians going around looking at each other, looking at how the British want to disarm them, thinking, you know what, we can have a nation of these just like responsible, godly men. What if we were a whole nation of that? Imagine that. If we wouldn't have what's going on today, mass shootings, all that. So yeah, they just don't know what it all means. It's not just guns. It's like so much deeper. But anyways, what else here? I mentioned the Boston Massacre. I didn't know about this, but the Brits basically tried to disarm the Americans. And there was a clash between British soldiers in a town and just protesters, if you will. It's funny how they characterized it as the Boston Massacre. I was reading that Sam Adams and others, they purposely characterized it as that, and they're like, I don't know if what I'm reading when they say characterized it. Here, this is from Wikipedia. The event was heavily publicized as a massacre. They put in quotation marks by leading patriots such as Paul Revere and Samuel Adams. I wonder if they like drummed it up the way they drum up. Like, think about Tulsa Race Massacre. They changed the name to Tulsa Race Massacre. So I'm wondering if liberal Wikipedia is like playing down the word massacre to Boston Massacre and putting it in quotation marks the way we do it to the Tulsa Race Massacre. Anyways, we're right, they're wrong. Interesting stuff in history. But yeah, it was a response in many ways. What else here? Hillary Clinton tweeting about nobody needs an AR-15. It's so rich. You've heard this, but I have to harp on this a little. The Democrats have armed bodyguards. Their latest proposal for gun control with Biden and all that includes this like exemption. This stipulates this exemption for armed bodyguards. They want to ban all these high capacity magazines, which is like 10 rounds. That's high capacity to them. But all those bannings and all those stipulations and all that, yeah, our bodyguards are exempt. Such a game they're playing on us. Such a game. So what was I saying here? Yeah, the founding fathers believed they could have a nation of moral, upright men just like them. So without that, it's like you don't get a Second Amendment, right? Rights come with responsibilities. You don't just get rights. There's also responsibilities. And it's like, as we get crazier, as the world gets crazier, they just take away our rights and justify it because we're not responsible. And I'm saying we, but it's crazy how, for example, blacks, they're running out there shooting like crazy, but we're going to lose our Second Amendment because we can't have nice things because black criminality. You follow me? Am I making sense? So it's like we almost don't even get these rights. So we're going to become a people eventually because it's happening to all the other races as well. They're getting corrupt. The corruption's everywhere. The decay. Eventually we're not going to deserve rights. Does that make sense? Do you ever stop deserving rights, or are they always God-given? You following me? So what else here? False solutions. Lindsey Graham talking about mobilizing and retiring former service members and putting them in schools. That's just crazy that we even have to talk about that. Can't have anything nice. Anyways, I've just been ranting here, not watching chat. This is the rant sections where I get to just bloviate about anything. Let me get to this story here. I want to show you this and really finalize my point here. And then engage with my audience. Without the founding fathers, there would be nowhere to anchor a baby. I mean, you're right, Yuri Boyka. Thank you, founding fathers. Anyway, so where was I here? Let me look at this. Watch this story here. I'm talking about Canada being invaded and being maliciously. You must not get angry when watching this next few stories, but it's so crazy. It's like these criminals totally destroying these people who are just trying to live their lives. And look at this from Summit. There was this refugee. There's this quiet village in the UK somewhere. It's a quiet village of like 700 people. And they were told to accept 1,500 refugees. Like, that's like, bye. No more town anymore. It's over. It's theirs now. You might think, oh, but Nick, what do you mean? You don't know that. What if the refugees come and assimilate? That's just not true. That's not the case. It doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen there. It doesn't happen anywhere. Not in any significant way that justifies all this unfettered immigration. Look at this from Summit as well. Over 1 million migrants eligible to vote in upcoming Swedish national election. It's criminals, man. These criminals totally displacing people the Swedes. I don't know. What else do I got here? You guys seeing this? You following me so far? You follow me? You see the picture? Has it been painted? You see it all? Well, fear not. There's nothing to really truly fear, despite all this crazy stuff. Because, first of all, black pills don't exist. Take the God pill. You can't get black pilled if you believe in God. A black pill, for those that don't know, is just the colloquial term for being hopeless. When you see all this immigration going off and nobody doing anything about it, it makes you almost think, wow, I'm going to take this black pill. It's over. It's over. But fear not. Here's actually a white pill. Some hope, some light. Or here's Marjorie Taylor Greene. You may know her, MTG, our lovely Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? She's standing up. A strong United States female representative out of Georgia. Well, check this out. She says, Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is from Patriot Takes. Marjorie Taylor Greene defending Christian nationalism. Christian nationalism? Wait, what? Watch this.
So while the media is going to lie about you and label Christian nationalism, and they're probably going to call it domestic terrorism, I'm going to tell you right now, they're the liars. And if anybody's a domestic terrorist...
It's me. I'm joking.
It's the radical left. They are the domestic terrorists. We could even say the Democrats are the domestic terrorists because they funded them and they burned down our city streets and rioted in 2020. So if we're going to put labels on people, we should put labels where they appropriately belong, not on Christians and not on people who love their country and want to take care of it. So,
hey, right on, Queen Marjorie Taylor Greene. Think about the word. Think about the language she's using here, everybody. Now, you know, we know Marjorie a little bit. We don't know what these Republicans are really up to. It doesn't seem like these Republicans are affecting any real change. So it's always rhinos. It's always these Republicans going on and on about this crap. But think about that language. And think about this. I mean, she's a U.S. representative. This is good. Okay, this is good. This is good. They're starting to talk like us. They're starting to say our words. They're starting to use our terms in the mainstream. Don't fret. Do not fret. Do not fret. Did you see John Doyle, guest on The Fallen State, played today or premiered earlier today? He made a great point. History is full of unsurmountable odds, but great men, the few doing great things up against insurmountable odds, right? So fret not. I believe in God. Do you believe in God? Don't take the black pill. They're starting to talk like us. You can see the trajectory, right? Christian nationalism. That's like that would have been like that's tantamount to saying white nationalism for some in the media and all that. So right on Marjorie Taylor Greene, right on Christian nationalists, right on all that, because even if Marjorie doesn't do it, at least she's saying the right words. We're gonna hold these people to the fire. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna put our people in. We're gonna put people that care about America, all that. So you follow me? You following me? Fret not. Very interesting. Okay, so I had fun there ranting about that. I hope you saw what I was seeing and what I was getting at. A lot of it was kind of off the cuff, but I hope I made sense there. Anyways, you sound racist now, Nick. Hey, right on. Thank you. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Well, it's been really almost an hour, 4:53 Los Angeles time. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little tiny break. We're going to switch the gears, change the vibe up, open up the lines, and take your calls about anything you want to talk about. So, yeah. But hold on. First, we'll do a little breaky, and I'll be right back for more, your super chats, all that, and more Nick stream. So hold up, be right back.
Чистый звон бокалов и родные лица собрались мы вместе, чтоб повеселиться. Вспомним, как служили, как нам трудно было, как твоя девчонка вдруг тебя забыла. За что мы пьем, да не за праздничным столом, за то, что в жизни не сбылось, а за портящих волос, за те места, где небо крыша, за телеграмму замуж вышла, за марш-бросок, глухие стоны и за десантные погоны. Помню, как я прыгал в рампу самолета, как кричал мне прапор, проклиная что-то. Помню, как лежали сутками в болотах. Так давай же выпьем девичьих волос, за те места, где
Где
не
не успела.
поспешка, за телеграмму
Мода.
замуж вышла, за марш-бросок, глухие стоны и за десантные
harmony. Right on, right on. Shout out. Little Russian war, some little Russian soldier stuff. Shout out to the Ruski. Shout out to the Ukrainians getting down over there doing their thing. Is that a fair description of what's going on over there? Doing their thing. Are these the invaders? I don't know, Arctic Turn. I don't know if we're getting unfettered Russian immigration, and I don't know if that would count as good or bad. I know who was it? General Patton? The great General Patton, General S. Patton, American general, served in World War II. What he said about the Russians was pretty interesting. I think he called them Asiatic, and so that they can't be trusted, despite them looking like white or whatever, that they're Asiatic or whatever. I forget what he says, but that they can't be trusted. Yes, we are back. Nickstream. Thank you for that. Thanks for being patient. I see some of you already calling in. Hold up. Let me open up the lines here. I mean, not really. By open up the lines, I mean just putting the number on the screen. And the number is 760-515-3855. I see I have a caller on hold right now. Just hold on. I'll be right with you. But yes, you can call in. Let's get the calls rolling. Got some fun stuff ahead as well. You're welcome to call in about whatever you wish to talk about. So, yeah, you can call in about whatever you wish to call about. What's up, Broski Bear? So I have, in fact, a caller right now on the air, on hold. Hey, caller, you are on the air. Go ahead.
You talking to me?
Yes, sir. Who am I speaking with?
Well, this is Art Baby.
What is up?
With Nick?
Hey, Art from Ohio. We got Art from Ohio. Awesome stuff. Hold on, Art. Let me turn you up and make sure you speak loudly and clearly into your phone.
Yes, sir. Is that a little bit better? Can you hear me a little
I
better?
think that's better. All right, go ahead, man. Pleasure.
Okay, so I had a liberal try to give me directions the other day, and they said they told me to go up the street and go left and make 2 more lefts or whatnot, and I'll be at my destination. I will already with my logical brain. I said, now do I take this thing on libtard's direction? Because you know, I couldn't tell if that was a fat black lesbian or a tranny or something like that. So I'm like, it might
Can't tell anymore.
Yeah, you can't tell. You might be dealing with a lying con artist that like to kill old people in old folks' homes. So I'm like, heck no. Nick, I said, heck no, Nick. I said, you know what? I'm going to go right, make another right. And then I looked up and I seen a Donald Trump gas station. I said, okay, I must be close to my destination. So I made another turn past that Donald Trump gas station, and I finally made it to my destination or whatnot, allegedly.
No help. No help by the lefty.
Oh, no, we ain't going to take we can't take nothing. I'm scared of the left, man. And not scared, like shivering in my boots scared. It's like just scared of how liberally retarded they are. So, you know, it's
They're liable to do anything.
Yeah, listen.
They're killing
here,
babies
man.
out here. They're killing babies. They're ignoring criminals, and they're liable to do anything at this point.
Man, Nick, they liable to do anything. Like, it's at the point to where Lucifer, the devil, is like, he's never seen this batch of kids. Like, I don't even think the devil knows what to do with these liberals now.
Yeah. I wonder, you know, how evil turns on itself. I wonder if they're always fighting. Satan's always fighting with his children.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's true though. That's pretty much their MO. It's just left in circles, doing the same thing like insane people, and not getting anywhere.
So check this out. You said you said Ukraine is doing their thing. Is that what you said earlier?
I mean, am I wrong?
Nikki. No.
I mean, they're doing a thing. Russians are doing a thing. They're doing their things. Is that not accurate?
Well, our baby from Ohio, I want to use some of them rocket launchers too, Joey. Joey B, you sending all them dang old drones and stuff. I want to already know how I want to use some of them drones, Joey B and Corn Pop.
Hey, you could join the International Legion. You could go over to Ukraine, join the International Legion. A bunch of dumb Americans went over there to join and fight for this dumb war.
See, Nick, I can't do it. You doing too much, man. Why would you try? You trying to surround me with a whole bunch of some leotard test.
I know it's more dangerous for them, really. But you bring up an interesting thing. I don't know if you knew, but Biden basically sent missiles to Russia. I mean, to Ukraine, right? They say he sent more weapons recently. After pretty much saying they wouldn't, marking yet another escalation by the U.S. in this whole conflict.
Man, they
kind of like concerning.
It is concerning when you sit here thinking it, and you got logical mind frame that okay, you taking and trying to work on a 1990 Dodge truck or whatnot, and you just keep throwing all the taxpayers' money at it or whatnot. When it's like, well, go get a 2022. You see what I'm saying? It's like the cars don't have this run in life. Now go junk it. And that's all they're doing with Ukraine, because Russia ain't doing nothing but taking that. They ain't using them weapons. Russia's taking them weapons. They bullying them out their weapons. Let alone it's a way for Joey B and Corn Pop to move money around so they can have little money. They stealing money from the American taxpayers.
Dude, 40 billion went to Ukraine and then we just forgot about it. Let's just ignore it. Let's just, oh yeah, what? Wait, where? Where did what money are you talking about? Poof, gone. And, so what are you going to do, Art, should World War III befall us?
Well, what I always done.
You going to war? What did Muhammad Ali do to get out of being drafted? Did he like hurt his leg or something?
Yes, allegedly something like that. I think I more so take it as
what do you say, Art? Let's make a pact. Should World War III befall us, I shoot you in the leg, you shoot me in the leg.
Exactly, to keep him. I think we'd be fine or whatnot.
I'm messing around. I'm playing around. You know, I really don't know what's to come, and I don't mean to bring fear because I really don't know.
No,
but it is kind of like,
cool.
Wouldn't it suck to have to fight for this dumb, like a dumb globalist war like this?
Yeah, it would.
Brought about by these criminals. When I think I believe the only, and I'm not the one who said this. I'm quoting somebody, and I'm not sure who I'm quoting, but I've heard this, read this, and I believe it. War, the only legitimate war is a war of like sovereignty, of like defending your borders.
Yeah.
And I think there was this person said a couple other ones, and they all sounded pretty legitimate. But yeah, there's nothing legitimate about all these wars, and so wouldn't that suck to have to fight for this war? Ugh.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. But the sad part about it is, with everything is lined up right now, they're low key, not low key. It's like right in front of. They're forcing us into that.
Yeah.
And, and it's only thing I can say is the right and the true conservatives and the real Americans. We just trying to see how everything would not play out. We not nervous. We not scared or whatnot. We just crossing the bridges as we get to them. Yep. We day for day, because it's truth be told, it's a lot more serious than what people are thinking about. What gets under my skin, not matter, nothing just has my. Is when you don't hear nothing else about it. You know that a lot of this stuff been going on, but you don't hear them. They basically trying to sweep over and act like it's not going on. Like, no, hold up,
man.
What the hell is going on with Russia now? Y'all was just
while they ransack America, while they make off with the treasure. They got us confused.
Yeah, keeping a whole bunch of nonsense going. But go ahead, Nick. I just want to make sure I got my little call in here.
Right
with
on, Art. Thanks for your call, man. Appreciate that. And we still roll it with Trump.
And thank you for getting it out, getting off your check, because you know what's coming right out of mine.
Right on, Art.
I'll
Thanks
catch
for
you
your
a
call,
little
man. And take care, man.
You too.
Oh, I cut him off there. Moving those wheels. You can still call in. But first, here's what I'm going to do. Let me open up these super chats. I'm very grateful, and I've got a whole bunch from all of you. Hold up while I pull it up. Hey, what's up, Randy? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I actually have a super chat. Someone asking about that. Hey caller, I got you on hold. Just hold up, I'll be right with you. Awesome stuff. I got a few super chats here. In fact, I got one very, very special super chat here from Sergio Music Boy, the one and only Sergio Music Boy, tuned into my show. He says, Anchor Baby, the GOAT, keep it up, hopper mode every day. Thank you, Sergio. Very, very generous donation. I'm very grateful, man. Thank you. Check out Sergio Music Boy on Instagram. He's doing his thing, making music. Shout out Sergio Music Boy. But anyways, I got another one here from the Canadian David, one I missed from my last stream at the end there. He says, thanks for the show, Nick. Have a good weekend. Thanks, Canadian David. Appreciate the support. And a very generous super chat as well. Got a few more here from Best Kisser Bibby 42. Tossin' arty art baby, some art wisers. It's Friday, y'all. Have a good weekend and be safe. Enjoying the show, Nicholas. Thanks, Lord Bibby, and now Best Kisser Bibby. Another one from Eric. Appreciate that. And one from Mystery of Godliness saying, hey, Nick, hope you've been well. I got something deep for you. I think this scripture is in Ezekiel. I'd like your thoughts on it. The wicked will be destroyed by the turning away of the righteous. Huh. The wicked will be destroyed by the turning of the righteous? I've never heard that scripture, man. I'm not entirely sure what that means, and I don't want to try and come up with a meaning. I don't know. The first thing that comes to me is like, you know how you can destroy yourself without, you know how you destroy yourself by simply not following the rules, by just not following God's way, whatever that means. And it's not him destroying you; you pretty much do it to yourself. Again, I'm not quite sure what that means, man. I got another one here from John Frederick. A nice thumbs up and a nice super chat. Thank you very much. Another one from Lord Spike Protein. Very generous. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, my snicker. Right on. I think that's all the super chats caught up here. Thank you so much. AnchorBabyTips.live if you want to support the show. If you can. Otherwise, I'm very grateful. All right, what do we got here? We got more show for you. Allow me a second here to set this up. I also got another super chat here from M. Quite generous, and I don't know how to handle this because M is asking me to pull up my game. Escape from Tarkov is this game, and asking me to build a illegal rifle in the game, because in the game you can build guns, and considering how many guns are being banned, he wants me to build I guess like a banned gun on the game. I'm not sure what you want me to do, man. Reach out to me because it was generous and I don't want to let you down. Either way, I'm grateful. Maybe we could do some gaming late today, maybe tomorrow, we'll figure it out, right? All right, I got a caller here on hold. Been on hold for a moment here. Appreciate you holding. I got you on the air now. Go ahead.
Hey, Nick, it's Josh in Utah.
What's up, Josh? How you been, man?
I'm all right. I'm chilling at the lake. It's my Friday. You know, it's Friday, so I come out to the lake, do some fishing.
Right on. Friday fishing.
Chill.
Can't get mad at that.
Yep. But so you were talking about how Canada has. What exactly did they do? They banned the purchase of new weapons
And
new
the transport, transfer, and purchase of handguns. And they also banned, I believe, either AR-15s or similar rifles, and are also doing a buyback, aren't they?
AR-15 or similar rifles, so a semi-automatic rifle. Which
Right,
is
but not all
around.
semi-automatic. They did. It is a buyback of. Here it is from the Washington Post. A buyback of assault-style weapons, and we both know that that's arbitrary and could mean some rifles and not others.
Right.
So yeah, what
Well,
were
they
you
say
saying?
military. They say military grade, but AR-15s aren't used in the military.
That's funny too, because I wouldn't want anything military grade, especially not now. The private sector for firearms and all that stuff is way better. At least what I hear.
Yeah.
I've heard I think the whole term military grade is kind of a joke now, right? It's like a meme. Like, oh, I've seen memes.
Yeah.
I've seen memes of that, of people holding a gun and it says military grade and then it falls apart.
I mean, M16s and M60s and stuff are still great guns, but
No, sure.
you know, you could do something to your personal gun that makes it better, you know.
Yeah.
But and then in New York, they just did the thing where you can't buy rifles until you're 21.
Oh, they enacted that in New
They
York?
moved it from 18 to 21. Yeah, which turns out Florida has actually had that in place for a long time.
Okay.
Like in Florida, you can't buy a semi-automatic rifle until you're 21. You could buy a pump-action shotgun or something you want to go hunting with when you're 18, but you can't buy those till you're 21.
Really?
But the point of all this that I'm getting at is,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm hearing a lot of people that think America is like, it's impossible to take the guns in America, and it's never going to happen, and all these over my dead body people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Come and get them. Come
it's
and
like-
take them.
yeah, here's going to be your options. Your options are going to be A, go to the gulag. B, have a shootout with these people on your front porch or however they do it, and probably die.
Probably die.
Or C, take this check. And what do you
Wow.
think most people are going to do?
Take the check.
They're going to take the check. They're going
check and
to
give back
give
the
away
guns.
the gun to take the check.
No,
And
to be honest, I'm not sure which one they'll pick. I'm just making a comment. I just kind of just said something. But to what you're saying, it's like the whole come and get 'em mentality. It's like, who's standing with you? You know what I mean? It's like your own neighbors are calling police on you during these lockdowns. Your
right,
own
they're being
neighbors-
conditioned to call the police on you.
You know what I mean? Your own neighbors turned on you. Who's standing with you?
Yep.
Where's your great patriot army? And I understand there's a whole, when I say great patriot army, there's what, more than half, if not more, of the country believes in the Second Amendment, right? But despite, they don't stand together in other stuff.
Yeah.
They
And
haven't
I
stood
think that
together to
half that
stop
stands
everything
with
else.
it, they don't stand that strong. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You were saying, go ahead.
The half that stand with the Second Amendment, a lot smaller percentage than that are standing strong with it, like really.
Interesting.
A lot of them, they like guns and stuff, but,
Right.
even liberals like guns. But,
Yeah.
if it's for the better good and they get paid, they're going to give up the guns. And I think the trick is we got to nip it in the bud before it happens, right? Through voting and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But as we've just seen, like, the culture is just degenerating, and everything that we need to nip in the bud before it happens
Yeah.
doesn't happen. We don't get it. We just go along to get along, and it's kind of a mess.
We got rampant criminals. We got rampant criminals with all these guns, right?
We got
time
drugs
to
being
disarm.
legalized.
Time to disarm the population. Anyways, Yeah, man, it's crazy, and the crazier and more wild we get, the more it gets justified. I've heard Hake make this point, great point about how the wilder the blacks and people get, the more like on it the police have to be, and the more they have to be like perfect and make no errors, but also the like more militant and they have to be to deal. It's like the police state is the only response now. Right. But I'm saying the police
cops
state
don't
is
even want to be cops. Like,
yeah, that's true. Man. That's deep. And they also gutted the police and our military out of all the good guys. But the police state,
it's all part of the plan.
Yes, and what I'm saying here is the police state is the only logical response to a crazy, violent, criminal populace.
Right.
Yeah, man, Josh. Yeah. You out there in Utah owning guns and extra? Actually, you know what? You don't have to answer that. You don't want to. Don't answer that.
I'm a felon. I'll never own a gun. I don't.
Oh man.
I never even shot a gun.
Oh really? Oh man, that sucks.
But in Utah, they're very lax with it. In Utah, there's you don't have to have a license to concealed carry. Uh-huh. You don't even have to register your guns in Utah. So Utah is a very, very gun heavy state.
What's the crime like in Utah?
Well, most of Utah is like Mormon Republican desert.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a red state because there's not a lot of crime. It's just Salt Lake City. Like Salt Lake City brings down the what am I trying to say? Like the ratios for everything.
Right.
For crime,
the average, however averages work.
Yeah. And it's all Salt Lake City and.
Interesting. So Salt Lake City is like a cosmopolitan city, and it's what's happening in Dallas and LA and all that.
Our mayor is a Marxist woman, one of the farthest left politicians but she doesn't get a lot of press and stuff because it's Utah. They kind of keep things on the down low here.
You're right. In fact, I thought you were about to mention someone else. I've never seen this lady. I've never seen her in the news.
Oh, Mitt Romney?
No, I was thinking of the governor of. For some reason, I was thinking of the governor of Oregon. But you're talking about the Salt Lake City mayor, Erin Mendenhall.
Yeah, she's a mess.
I've actually never seen her, so you're right. She doesn't get talked about. I'll just show some pictures.
She's kind of cute, but.
Hey, let's be the judge of that. All right, chat. We'll be the judge of that. She's cute.
But
no, she's a pretty lady.
Yeah, she turns the whole block in downtown around the city county building into a giant pride parade for a month. Like all month, it's gonna be. Oh man!
Did you know Canada? It's not Pride Month in Canada. It's Pride season. It's like 3 months.
Pride season?
It's summer. It's all summer.
What?
Yeah. In Canada, it's Pride. It's like all summer. It's Pride season or whatever.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's all summer.
Wow.
Oh man,
that's why
I know.
I requested on her Facebook that she do a dress code this year for her little pride parade, because I'm tired of seeing grown men in ball gags and G-strings walking around children.
And we're supposed to sit around.
Take their kids to this.
Right, we're supposed to sit around. We're supposed to look at these parades and these degenerates, perverts, and be like, yeah, this is normal. This is normal. This is what a normal society does, and they're just like me.
Not even normal. It's celebrated. It should be celebrated.
And celebrated. Yeah.
We need to celebrate this.
Yep.
This is Pride Month.
Crazy stuff, man. Appreciate your call, John.
All right, take care, Nick.
Always appreciate it. Moving those wheels. Lines are still open if you want to call in about whatever you want to call about. 760-515-3855. Let me set up this next thing here. Hey, what's up, Denty Jen, Raymond, Jacob? What's up? Based America First, man. What's up? American Creationist. Noel, pleasure. Hey, caller, just hold on. I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you, caller. Let me just set this up here for a second here. One moment. Thanks, Kevin. Man, Men's Forum was really cool, Randy. That was crazy. What up, Pure Aussie Gold, Real Mr. Mad, and Lord Colin? Richard, what up? All right, caller. Sorry about that. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Nice.
Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
John Anderson, calling from Florida.
What's up, John from Florida? Go ahead. What are you calling in about, man? Go ahead.
Well, this is not nickstream.
Wait, what?
Is this nickstream?
Correct. You are calling the Nick stream. What's up?
Well, who am I talking to? Because it's not Nick.
Yeah, this is Nick. What's up?
Oh my gosh, you sound so different on here.
Oh man, because I got this like radio voice on. Welcome to the Nick stream.
Wow. Hey man. Oh
yeah, no, you're on the air right now, man. Go ahead.
It sounds so different.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Nice. Hey,
A pleasure.
I was curious if you heard about this guy.
Man, you're real
Scott
muffled,
Aaron.
man. Make sure you're not on speaker and keep the phone up to your ear. You're too
No,
muffled.
I'm not on speaker. We're
Okay, I
good.
think that's better. Go ahead.
Hey, have you heard of the artist Gil Scott Heron?
You said Gil? Gil?
I don't know if it's Jill or Gil.
Is this like a? Oh no, I've never heard of this person. Gil. It is. I think it is
he's
Gil.
He's got this song called Whitey on the Moon.
Whitey on the loose. On the
On the
moon.
moon.
On the moon. On the moon. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's the most fascinating song to like piece apart because it's coming from a black man's perspective. And
So
it's
this is
like,
Gil Scott Heron, who's a black man I can see, wrote this
Yeah.
song called Whitey on the Moon. Why do you find it significant? Let the viewers know.
it's a big complaint. It's like it's just one giant complaint.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. For the viewers here, a rat done bit my sister Nell with Whitey on the Moon. I can't pay no doctor bill, but Whitey's on the moon. 10 years from now, I'll be paying still while Whitey's on the moon. Wow. Could you
Right,
be?
it's like-
Imagine being this jealous and bitter that you're mad that your fellow American went to the moon, if this man is an American at all,
Right.
and you're sitting around complaining.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, yeah, my life was going 180, and like I heard this song like 10, 15 years ago, and I like had compassion for him.
Oh yeah? Are you white?
Like, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's so white of
and
you.
I was like, oh, poor guy. You know,
That is
poor
so white of
man.
you.
He's like, and there's these lines where he's like,
Man, Anderson, keep the phone close, man. You're a little muffled, man. For our viewers here.
oh,
Yeah, keep it close, speak loud.
Okay.
Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
It's close. It's close.
Y'all turn off the music for
But yeah,
everybody.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to call it about.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. Hey, I didn't
I
know
think
about
people
this
can
guy.
explore it on their own, and yeah.
Imagine being this mad. Hey, man, appreciate your call, Anderson. Take care, man. Moving those wheels. You're still welcome to call. Okay. I got something for you here. Where is it? Oh, okay, wait. Let me do this first. I found something exceptional. Oh, you know what? What are we talking about? We're talking about the white man's burden, talking about, what did he just say? Whitey on the moon, the accomplishments of the white man, of the black man, of all these men, right? We're talking about a bunch of stuff. Hey, caller, I got you on hold. I'll be right with you. Don't hang up. We're talking about all this stuff. Well, have you guys seen this? I need to show you something that's quite exceptional. First, let me show you this. Y'all know what a chariot is? Chariots. You know, chariots. Pulling people from using horses to pull people in these carts. Look at this awesome drawing here of this, what looks like to be a Roman chariot pulled by these white horses, right? Chariots in gladiators, right? You seen the imagery, the Roman chariots. Isn't that you seen the imagery? Pretty cool, huh? Well, the chariots and the whole history, well, you can draw a line from when chariots were created to today, because they've evolved, all right? And I need to show you what people are doing with chariots today, what white people are doing with chariots, these wild whiteies go nuts with their chariots. The inner conquistador's coming out. Yes, I do have. I guess I have conquistador blood in me, don't I? I have the conquistador's nose. In fact, it's not. This nose conquered the flat nose. Anyways, check this. Look at this out, okay? Motorcycle chariot racing. Look at this. That's a first. Y'all know what a chariot is? I'm bad at segues, okay? Don't get mad at me. Look at what people are doing with chariots, okay? This is awesome. I love exceptional things. Motorcycle chariot racing. This is awesome. Yeah! Sweet! Yeah! That's just awesome. Let's go. That's awesome. I wish they were jousting. No, those are motorcycles tied to a chariot, if you will. It's called motorcycle chariot racing. That is awesome. That is awesome. I love exceptional things. Is this what are the Roman ancestors looking down with pride? I think so. I think they are. I think they're looking down at the glory of motorcycle chariot racing. Mind blown. Some of you have their minds blown right now. Okay, this is just freaking awesome. Okay, look at this. This is from the 1930s. Motorcycle chariot racing in the 1930s. Look at this. Based. Pretty cool. Just wanted you guys to see all that. I saw it, so you got to see it. Where was I? Sorry, caller. I had you on hold for a while here. I had another topic to get to. Let me do it after this call. Caller, you are on the air. Go ahead.
What up, Nick? This is Jay from LA.
What's up, Jay? How you been?
I'm well, man. I'm well. So this call is three quick things.
Go ahead.
One of them is a question about you, but I'll get to that.
Please.
But there's two things I wanted to share, man, that I thought were funny that happened to me this week. And so,
all right, go ahead.
Last week we talked about how women in the workforce are a liability, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
It can be like a headache. So again, this is funny. So I went to Wendy's. They have some really good iced teas. I don't know if you tried them. They're really
iced tea at Wendy's?
Yeah, like the
raspberry. Do you own Wendy's stock or something? real funny, real cute.
I wish, but no, I don't.
Have you tried? You're like commercial here. Have you tried the new iced teas at Wendy's?
No, by all means, that's not what I meant, man.
But anyways, go ahead.
It's actually good.
To Canadians, my Canadian buddy visited me down here, and he was like, man, every time I order iced tea, it's not you Americans literally just brew tea and put ice in it. It's like, yeah, it's iced tea. What you want is sweet tea. But up there in Canada, iced tea is just all iced tea is sweet up there.
Yeah, you gotta let them know.
Yeah.
Like if you go to that, you let them just say raspberry or mango.
Right. He's just like, every time I get iced tea, it's like tea and it's cold. I'm like, yeah, that's iced tea. You asked for iced tea. I interrupted you though, man. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So I go there, right, and I order my tea and everything, and then I literally told that girl, right, I go, easy ice, please,
Easy on the ice.
And yeah, easy on the ice. I just say easy ice. And she was cute. It's a cute black girl.
Easy on the ice. Easy on the eyes.
Yeah, because if not, they fill it up all the way and you get like 2 drops of iced tea, man. There goes your $2-3. You know?
Right.
So like, I'm like, yeah, easy ice, you know. And she literally just bombs the whole. Mind you, I just literally got done telling her, and she just bombs it with ice, like just. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yo, easy ice.
Yo, easy. I told you.
Yeah, and then she literally, you know how when somebody says something to you and you kind of turn around, but then you ignore it, like you just go, eh.
So she turned and looked at you.
She's semi. It's like she just went, it's my word.
I heard a noise over there. Let me continue what I'm doing.
Yeah, like she just literally went, I don't care. She just like stopped, like didn't stop. And
Right.
then she was about to put the drink, the drink in the ice. And so I was like, hey, easy ice. She finally turned around. I go, easy ice, please. Then she gives me that look, like I'm crazy. And then she just like removes two ice cubes out of the cup was like halfway up with ice. And I was like, no more, please.
Pour the ice out.
And then she gives me like more attitude, and then I was like, no, more. And then
What was she?
I was like, huh?
We want to know, what was she?
Oh, black.
Was she? Oh.
Yeah. And so
I'm being extra for fun, but anyways, go on.
No, you're good. No. She started pouring, and then she started again. I was like, no, more. Then I started being like I started trolling her back. I was like, no, more, nope. Like just being picky, So she finally got to like where it's actually easy ice.
Yeah.
And I was like, a little bit more. I mean, obviously, yeah. Now I started being a jerk. I was like, just a little bit more, and then she started laughing and poured some more. And she goes, is that fine? I was like, that's perfect, thank you. And I'm just thinking, like, look all the trouble you caused just for ice.
Attitude.
Like, I literally just came for ice, like for an iced tea with easy ice, and this whole thing had to be about you. Like, can you imagine if it's somebody else that, thanks to Jesse, man, that he talked about being angry, and that's all that's gone. So I removed all that. Old me, I would have been like, just give, it would have turned into something like how those type of people want.
Yeah.
Like with that energy. I don't mean because she's bad. I'm talking about the energy. Those type of people.
It's like the attitude.
Yeah.
There is so true what you're saying, man. There's so much attitude in service now. Blacks are notorious for this, but it's happening pretty much everywhere. If it's not outright attitude, it's just bad service.
Oh yeah, dude. Again, earlier today, I was on a drive-through, pick up some breakfast, and this black guy, you could tell like he means well, like he's trying. He was selling like something, those people that sell out of a box, like they sell stuff, they go out there and sell. You could tell like the government found them a job or something,
Wait, sorry.
No,
describe that again. My bad.
No, you're good. So
keep the phone close,
like,
man.
those people that they get like a job. It's like a government job that they they get placed into some sort of like company that lets them sell stuff out of like a plastic box. Like they have stuff like sometimes they have shirts or something. Like you could tell he was trying, right? But I heard him try to sell something to this guy, and the guy, he gave them a shot. He went to see what he had in the box, and he had some stuff that the guy clearly wasn't interested, but at least he gave it a shot. Like, hey, I'll help you out, and, let me, if it's interesting, I'll buy it.
Okay.
So the guy said, he was trying to be nice. He was like, you know what, thanks. I'll see if I'll come back later, because he just didn't want to say no. He just said in a nice way, hey, I'll come back later. And he could tell the black dude got mad. I saw it with the corner of my eye. He got mad. He was like, well, man, I'm not going to be here. This is just, if people come, it's going to get packed over. Like this guy's store, he has like a store, and people are going to pack him up, So he was like, if people come, because I know you're just leaving, man. Like, so you start giving him attitude. So I'm like, damn, that sucks. And then he tried to get my attention. He was like, hey. And I just ignored him. And I felt bad because usually guys like that, I give them a shot. I'll be like, hey, what's up? But when I saw the attitude, I was like, I'm not going to deal with you today, bro. Like, I'm the type, if I tell you, no, I don't buy your stuff, then I saw what you did to that guy, you're going to do that to me. And it's just something with that attitude. You're right,
Yeah, it's attitude. But it's funny what you're talking about, though? I bet you, I don't know about that guy specifically, but I bet you that works. I bet you that attitude, at least the guy you were describing, like getting all like a little bit attitude and like, why I'm gonna leave, bro. Like, why aren't you buying anything? I bet you that works, man. I was in Santa Monica not that long ago, and there was like a street performer guy, and he was doing these tricks, but it was so almost uncomfortable to watch because he was like fleecing the crowd. He was like going up to guys saying, "That's all you got? come on, man, and like making them feel bad. It was like hard to watch, but it was working. They were like, they were first, they weren't giving any money, and he'd be like, really, you're gonna not give me? And then they would take out money. It would work. So I bet you it works in some people. They're like weak to that.
No, it's true. There are some people that, they're pushovers, like you give them a little,
man. There was this one guy, he had him in front of his girl. I think he had him in front of his girl. They had him in front of everybody. And then he's like, okay, everybody get your money out. And he's like shaking his head like he's not going to do it. And he went in on him. And he gave in. He took out his wallet and gave him money. He basically extorted, like fleeced him right in front of him. It's like, wait, I thought I was supposed to give willingly.
Nah, man. But yeah.
And he was black. And he was black. And he had that like energy of like, I'm going to fight for myself. You almost can admire it somewhat. No,
it's true. It's a sales tactic, it happens, But some people, they don't use it properly, you know what I mean? Sometimes it comes off too, like, just too much, it's a little, you put too much umph in it, and it just kind of becomes like, well, screw you, bro, like that, like some people know how to use it right. And then
sales tactics.
Do it to the point where you're just like, sometimes you're just like, I don't deal with this aggressive attitude. It's annoying, It's like kind of like a car salesman really all up on you. You're like, man, what the heck, Like, so anyway,
go ahead.
Yeah, so that was one funny story, man. But I actually have a question, man.
Yeah, please, by all means.
I think I saw you there was like a few streams ago. I think it was probably one of your first streams. You opened up, I think it was Ableton, right? Are you on Ableton?
I use Ableton, yeah.
Nice. So like, and I saw that you were playing the piano and you were like doing chords and all that. I'm like,
yeah.
Damn, okay, so this guy knows what's up. So anyway,
I mess around a little bit.
Okay, that's awesome, because I was messing around with, Jesse has, I saved a few clips from Jesse's stuff because I'm like, man, some of this stuff could sound really cool, like nice tech house, progressive house tracks, like having a nice breakdown with Jesse's talks about the silent prayer and just certain things he talked. Like there's one called Just Be. He did a whole sermon on Just Be. Oh my God, I loved it because it was just the way he spoke and everything. And at the end, he ended it with him saying, "Just Be." And I was like, oh man, can you imagine that in a breakdown? And before the drop, you just hear "Just Be," and then it just drops like really like cool, like little tech house, progressive house sounding stuff. So anyway, I'm working on it.
Make some JLP wave.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm starting it off, just messing around, but I saw you were in Ableton, so I was like, man, it'd be pretty cool, get some chords in there or something. So I don't know, is there like you have a contact, an email or something where, hey, I could send you
if you got any questions, man, email producer@jesseleepeterson.com.
Producer@JesseLeePeterson. So I'll just put Nick, right? Like forward, like on the.
Yeah. That's my email. So yeah, you could put Nick. You'd be sending an email to me. Okay,
so producer@JesseLeePeterson.com. So just spell it out, Jesse Lee.
Yeah, man. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, man. I'll send you the stuff there, and I'll
cool stuff.
Talk to you more about it. Yeah, because I was like, man, that'd be pretty cool. Like get some chords in here and see what's up. And I just got, like I said, I saw you pulled out Ableton. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so this guy's on Ableton. He knows what he's doing. Okay.
I'd be happy to answer any questions, man. All right, well, I'm gonna move the wheels here, man.
You got it, man. Have a good one, Nick. Thanks
Always.
For taking my call,
right on. Thank you so much. Moving those wheels. Great call. Good stuff. We're going to keep it rolling here. Friday vibes. I hope you're all having fun, and I hope you're all doing well. Some amazing wave, says the Canadian David. Yeah, let me set up the next story here, actually. Got a super chat here from Kim Siley. Says, what's your favorite show to watch, Nick? Oh, show to watch. I don't watch TV or anything. I don't really watch anything. What's my favorite show? I watch the JLP show every day. I don't know. Let me think about that. Hey, caller, I missed your call. My bad. Call me back. What's up, Arctic Turn? Good to see you. That's right. Based America First, man. Thank you so much for reminding me. I'm so bad at this. He sent me a super chat. Either last stream or the stream before. He sent me a viewer video with a super chat. And he wants me to watch this on stream. Let's watch this. So yeah, thanks, Based America First. Thank you for the reminder. And my apologies. Sorry about that. Anyways, all right, let me all right, so it says bad language in the title. So bad language warning, everybody. Hey, Based America First, you still here? I want to make sure that I just want to make sure that you know I saw your super chat. Yeah, I see you in the chat. Anyways, let's watch this viewer video from Based America First here. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bad language warning. Oh my God. Was that a little loud, everybody? Sorry. Let's play that again. What's going on here? I feel like I saw a headline for this, but I haven't seen the video. Oh my. Oh my God. What's it? What's he doing? Wait, is this real? What did you send me? Porch pirate got flashbanged. Prank by military guy. So that was a flashbang? That is awesome. That is awesome. Wow. I've never really seen a flashbang in real life like that. Yo, okay, I want to get tased. I know this sounds crazy, but I just want to. You get tased like in the military or as an officer. I'd like to know what that's like. I think flashbang is another one of those. Am I like a sadistic person? Who wants to see Nick get flashbanged? Maybe I should do like a subscriber special. Let me get to 5,000 subs. I'll get 5,000 subs special. Nick gets flashbanged. Is that crazy? Anyways, let's watch this. I'm sorry. Let's watch this in its entirety. No way. Did he really? Did he really?
Yeah, they on the way. I'm from next door. I wasn't trying to steal no package, bro.
Why do you have a ski? Why do you have a mask on?
What's in that bitch? Cell phone?
Nah, bitch ass nigga, booby trap, nigga, ex-military, nigga.
Ex-military. Hey.
Bitch ass nigga.
Hey.
Wait for the law, nigga. You should have killed your motherfucker.
Nah, my bad. I'm gonna bring that package back.
Nah, fuck all that, nigga. Law's on their way, and I'm on the way from work, bitch.
Wow. Anyways, language warning there. Wow. I seen the headline, but I never saw that. Some people think it's fake. Is it fake? I don't know. It looked pretty real, I think. That's an amazing video. Thanks, Based America First. That's disgusting and amazing and many things all at once. Anyways, who wants to see me getting Nick, stop. This was staged. Really? Whatever. Anyways, who wants to see me get flashbang for real? 5,000 sub special? Or should it be like a 10,000 thing? He sniffs it and he's not wearing shoes. Maybe a little suspect. All right, sorry about that, caller. I was doing the viewer video. I was doing a bunch of stuff. I missed a whole bunch of your calls. If you want to call back, go ahead. I'll try and get it this time. Let me set up another story here. Nick, play videos of motorcycle chariot racing. Oh, like more videos of that? Is there more? Motorcycle chariot racing? Maybe we could show some. Oh, like the 1930s one? All right, you guys want to see this? You guys want to see this from the AP, I believe? As we wait for this person to call back, I believe. I missed your call a couple times. In fact, it's two of you, so my apologies. You guys want to see this? Let's watch this. Motorcycle chariots.
Aussie policemen are well mounted with horse and motorbike, but the Aussie bandit is just as quick off the mark as any other bandit. So mobility is the feature of the Sydney Police Carnival. The cyclists have gone all Roman this year and put on a chariot race. Everything is mechanized today, so why not Ben-Hur? With ropes to steer the handlebars, the charioteers go all out, as if they were chasing an electric ancient Britain.
The chariot race, an idea they borrowed from Muzzo's capital, only with steady steel horses instead of the wonky wop ones. And what's more, they're advancing.
That's pretty amazing.
Even in the 30s in Australia, they had their versions.
Oh, you know what? You know what I want to see? And then we'll move on. I want to see any motorcycle chariot racing crashes. Ooh, yeah, let's go. Any motorcycle. Come on, do we got a crash? Come on, give me a crash. I'm not finding any videos, y'all. I'm going to not spend too much time on this. Gonna move on here. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, no. Got distracted again. Missed your call. My apologies. Okay, back to the show. We were doing something here. I have a story for you, actually. Let's see here. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the show, I was talking about the huge win for the men and the utter defeat of the women this week. Really good stuff, right? You've heard of this. Johnny Depp winning his defamation trial against Amber Heard. Won't harp on this. I won't harp on this. You've heard the details. You've heard the story. JLP show. Hake. It's been talked about. The experts, everybody. But it's interesting, right? The whole Me Too thing. Turn it around. Believe all women. Yeah. How about no? But look at this. Because despite the utter defeat that women endured this week, that radical, more should I say, the radical women, despite their utter defeat, we still got simps. We still got a simp issue. We still got a simp problem. We still got men out here doing the most for these ladies. And here's the thing. Here's the sad part of it. I don't think they know what they're doing. I didn't know what I was doing when I was dating and I wasn't awake and I was weak to my girlfriends and giving in to this and that, or the whole thing was wrong. The spirit, the heart, the spirit was wrong. Okay. So I'm seeing this one video and this other thing that I'll show you. Maybe they just don't know what they're doing is wrong. Maybe they just don't realize. So we got an issue here with the simps. We got an issue with the women out of control. Right? You following me? So check this out. This is from TikTok. A little TikTok action here going on. What happened here is this video of this guy, okay? And he's doing a little dance with his girlfriend. Sorry, wife. He's doing a little TikTok dance with his wife. And just watch this, okay? Just watch this.
It folds. I like to see.
Oh, is that copyright music? Whatever.
Don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle. For sure. It makes me want to dribble, dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it. 6'2" in a compact. No slack, but luckily the seats go back. I got a knack to relax in my mind. Sipping some red wine.
Okay, so you saw this? Okay, maybe you saw the dancing, maybe you heard the music, but the point here is the captions. The captions for this little dance they're doing, this harmless dance. It's just hard. They're just dancing. So I'll read out the captions here. As they're dancing here, they're actually telling us a story. So, let me turn this down and play it again. The caption says, "It's been a year since I picked up my husband from rehab for his porn addiction," in capital letters. Okay. Oh, my God. So this guy apparently went to rehab for his porn addiction. And here he is on TikTok dancing about it with his wife.
I'd like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
Thought all the struggles of recovery, the captions go on to say, through all the struggles of recovery, it's good to look back and see how much have grown. It goes on.
You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
Choosing to work together to heal our marriage has been challenging, but so worth it.
Luckily, the seats go back. I got a knack to relax.
But it no longer feels like a burden. It feels like a blessing. So, God, this is what I'm talking about here, guys. And maybe he just doesn't know. Maybe he just doesn't realize that the mistake he made telling his woman about this and doing rehab and letting him basically, this is a humiliation ritual. Letting her humiliate him. Whether she knows what she's doing or not, spiritually, this is a humiliation ritual. And she's getting life from it. I'm using JLP's language in the whole life thing here. She gets life from it. I'm using Jesse Lee Peterson's language because he's right about this. The women, whether they even know what they're doing, to the like level of awareness that I think, they, whether they know or not, they get life out of humiliating the man, putting his problems out there, making him weaker while she's above him. And so this dude she's basically got a stake with his head on it. She owns him. And this is particularly bad. I know maybe some of you out there are like, but what's wrong with telling your wife what's wrong with that? Why? It's my wife. She's my partner. I tell her everything. We're together. Da da da. Why shouldn't I? Because you are her head, man. You're supposed to lead her. And she's going to judge you. She's going to judge you when you tell her all these things, man. This is, like I said, a humiliation ritual. This guy maybe doesn't know what he's done. But she's not happy, even though she's dancing with a smile. She's not happy having to make this little video. And I don't know. She's getting life from it, but she's miserable. You feel me? Because he's not leading, he's not the head. There's something just really wrong about this, okay? There's just something wrong about this guy having to dance and talk about his issues and it's just put him out to the world like that. So he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know. So, man, if you somehow get this message, man, don't do it. Don't do it. And, yeah, Noah's Ark, Kansas. Never, ever, 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 but ever tell a woman your problems. JLP's right about that. You can get that shirt too. Rebuildingtheman.com/store. Crazy, man. So this guy's a humiliated and an example. And if she must not know, he must not know either. But she must not know that women were defeated this week. So news must have not traveled to them yet. Maybe they made this video before the Amber Heard verdict. And here's another. Oh, you know what? Hold on. And here's another. You know what? I'm going to save this for another time. You followed me on this, right? Anyways, we got a caller here. Sorry about that. Caller, you are on the air. Go ahead.
Nick at night.
What's up? This is Luca. Luca from Indiana.
Luca. Yeah.
How you doing, Luca?
Hey,
Go ahead.
Man. Oh, that just blew my mind, that thing you just played. What a mess.
Are you talking about the guy and the girl?
Yeah, if you want to call him a guy.
I know. I mean, he's a guy, right? I don't know if he's a man, but he's a guy.
Well, when you say the term ritual, shaming or whatever, what was that term you used?
Yeah, it's like it was a humiliation ritual.
Yeah, I've heard that before in the Will Smith incident that happened. Like, supposedly the people at the top, they were like putting him through a ritual, and it was kind of all planned out.
Oh, I've heard of what you're talking about. I don't know much about it, but I've heard of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's
just
what
reminded of that.
You're alluding to this like theory or whatever that people in Hollywood are humiliated, sexually or in other sordid, degenerate ways, and for what end? Help me understand.
Yeah, it's like they're doing this to all of the ones in the rankings if they get out of line, or it's a lot to do with certain dates too, certain times, certain numbers. but they do these ritualistic. I don't know. It's like the people in the rankings. It's like what happened to Britney Spears is because she got out of line, so they kind of ruined her life. Same thing that happened to Princess Diana. They kind of come for you.
Mm-hmm.
Either you get back in line and you start playing ball again, or you get really ruined. So Will Smith.
But what
I'm
did
not
Will
really
Smith
sure
do?
why.
Like, I have a hard time following these things because it goes into a lot of speculation. I just don't know. I don't know about any of this, man. But I've heard this. Help me understand. So, what did Will Smith do that was not cool in the eyes of the people up top, if you will?
That's what I'm wondering. It's like I
so
haven't
it's, like,
followed
unknown?
Will Smith. I thought he was really playing ball with them, right? He's in all the top movies. He's everywhere. He's obviously doing exactly what they want. So I'm wondering why, they kind of did that to him. Maybe it's because they always seem to be going after the blacks. Even Dave Chappelle talked about it, like how they always want to demasculinize the black actors, and they'll force you into roles of like homosexual characters and wearing a dress, dressing in drag.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave Chappelle was the only one who stood up against that, and he said, "No, man, I'm not going to wear a dress." And then they kept bugging him about it. I mean, you can see the video of him talking about this. Dave Chappelle, he was.
Yeah.
There's a video of him on YouTube where he discusses that in detail.
Discusses what you're talking about?
Yeah, where he's like saying how the Hollywood people are like, "Dave, we really want you to put on the dress," and he's like,
Oh,
"No,
yeah?
man, I ain't gonna put on no dress. What the heck, man?"
I mean,
and then
you know,
he goes into some conspiracy stuff, you know.
Oh, he
about all
does.
that.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's somewhat interesting. But you know what's interesting about all that? That, hey, take care, Stephen Floyd. Appreciate it. You know what's cool about that is that, or not cool, but what's interesting about that is that you don't even have to get into all that to realize that what Dave Chappelle said is just a matter of fact. They want you to be in dresses. That's just true. That you see that in what they push and the movies and everything they're putting out. So that's just like open and clear. It's right in front of you.
I think back when that video was recorded of Dave talking about it, it was a little less. It was a little more in the closet, you know.
Oh, interesting.
But now, now the agenda is full force. Now they're totally out about it. Now it's everywhere. So
yeah.
Dave was trying to warn us.
That
you know?
for sure is true. There is definitely this agenda, and it is being pushed. And they're very effective. Or at least it looks like they're being quite effective.
Why
can't we push
can't
our
let them
stuff?
win?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we got to have a new platform. You know, you got to turn away from all things mainstream. You know, all these TV shows, all this garbage clogging up the smart TVs now. They come with Hulu and I don't know, so many of them, you know, Peacock or something. And they're all garbage. So people just need to turn away, you know, start supporting real people on YouTube until YouTube, you know, is completely taken down. But, you know, hopefully we can get something better than YouTube, you know, something back to free speech.
True.
Like Elon Musk is trying to do.
True, man. True. Yeah. Hopefully we can, despite everything, we keep pushing our thing. You know, we can't be truly deplatformed if you really think about it. So, yeah, man, I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
The truth will always stand the test of time. You know, we don't even have to push it, but yeah, it definitely helps if we keep spreading the message. You know, the liars have to be pushy, as we all know. You know, these liberals, these crazy people that Artie Art are talking about, you know, you can't trust them because they're constantly pushing it on you, constantly trying to force you how to think. And if you don't, they freak out. You can't be right,
man.
you know?
It's crazy sometimes, but I see what you're saying, and there's really no reason to like lose it, you know?
Yeah, that's why people appreciate you and JLP and Hake, you know, because you guys aren't pushy. You guys are just like, here's the facts, here's what we know, take it or leave it, you know?
Sure, yeah, for sure, because you can't really convince anybody. That's like not a possible thing. Yeah.
That's what I always liked about Trump, you know? He was like, oh, you can take the vaccine if you want to. He wasn't like Biden where he's like, you have to be patriotic and take the vaccine.
Yeah. That's just a man's way of being, right? That's just a manly way of being.
Man.
You let people be and you worry about yourself.
Lead by example.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Luca. Interesting stuff.
Great talking to you, brother.
Always, Luca. Appreciate it. Moving those wheels. Yeah. Hey. He's right about what he's saying. But you know what else, though? About being pushy? You can't convince anybody of anything. If you've ever tried, you know that I'm right. But one thing is true, though. We can't, about being pushy, we should be imposing. We should be imposing our will. The patriots, the Americans, the conservatives, right? The good people. We should be imposing our will. And it doesn't mean we're forcing people to accept in their heart our ways, if you will. But they're going to have to follow our rules. They're going to have to follow the culture and Christianity. Are you following me? So we should be imposing in that way. The same way evil imposes on us. They impose and impose, and if we don't defeat it, it just keeps pushing and encroaching and taking. So we should be imposing on evil, imposing on those that disagree with us, right? It's like, okay, fine, you disagree. I can't convince you, but you're in my world. You're in my country. You feel me? All right, hold on here for a second. Let me see what else I could do here. Coming to the end of the show. I had some other stories, but they don't really fit, so I'm going to save them, actually. Yeah, right on nose, Arkansas. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Nick, is that you?
Yep, this is Nick. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
This is Doom Jesus, man.
Oh, no way, man.
Yeah, man.
Is it? What's up, Doom Jesus? Where are you calling from, man?
North Carolina, dude.
A pleasure. I always see you in the chat, man. Have you ever called any of the shows ever?
No, I haven't, man, but I've been threatening to call your show for a couple
I know,
weeks,
I
so
see you.
I'd get it over with.
I seen you in there threatening, like ready to. I've been seeing you in there, man. That's funny. It's a pleasure. I think Doom Jesus is one of the only, if the only person in the chat allowed to speak in only caps.
Yeah, I just do that, man. It's nothing personal. Everybody's
I understand.
mad about it.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All right, on Doom Jesus. So go ahead. What are you calling it about?
Nothing really to say, man. I figured I'd tell you hello, let you hear my voice because it sounds so good. And, I guess I use Cubase, not Ableton.
Oh, Cubase. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Cubase Classic. I remember I got Cubase. It came with my Digitech pedal back in the day when I bought one. Can't go wrong, man. I mean, really, all these softwares, Cubase, Ableton, they all kind of do the same thing in different ways. And,
and
maybe
either that or I just record live to Harrison Mixbus 32C, and just do,
dang.
multi-tracks.
Nice, a multi-track action. Yeah. So, hey, are you like a millennial or a Gen X or?
Gen X for sure.
Right on. Hey, right on. Multi-track. Shout out multi-track recording. That's cool stuff.
Yeah, I just do a bunch of keyboard noise and shit.
Nice.
I've got currently an ASM Hydrasynth and a Behringer DeepMind 12 and a Behringer Pro 1 clone and a Behringer SH101.
Can't go wrong, Behringer. Yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah, they're cheap and they sound possibly even better than the originals.
I love Behringer. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Bringing me back. Hey, I didn't know you were producing out there, Doom Jesus. It's cool.
Yeah, I make noise basically, or experimental stuff. I don't.
Hey, if you ever get
play
the
beat game much.
Yeah, if you ever get the chance, man, I'd love to hear some. I know someone who loves noise herself. I want to hear it, man. Send it if you got any.
You can find it on SoundCloud. There's a bunch of it there under my name, Doom Jesus. So
Well,
not hard to find.
Right on, man. Well,
There's a
appreciate
link
it.
to it on my YouTube channel. So.
Whoa. Relax with the plugs. Anyways, dude, just listen.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate your call, man. And that's cool that you've never called the show, but appreciate it.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll have something to
Right
say.
on.
I didn't really have anything to talk about, but I figured
No worries,
I would,
man.
Get a word in.
It's no worries.
All right, man.
Appreciate that, dude. Jesus, moving those wheels. Very interesting. Unexpected little call there. Cool stuff. I'm grateful. Hold on. We got a little Doom Jesus music playing right now. Little sneak peek. Very dark. Very interesting. Right on, Doom Jesus. Anyways, moving those wheels. In fact, and I got another caller on hold here. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
Oh, is this Mari?
No, this is Ellis.
Who am I speaking with, caller, and where are you calling from?
Ellis, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, Elise. Is it Elise?
Ellis, yeah.
Are you on speakerphone or headset? It's a little hard to hear you.
No, I'm not. Can you hear me better now?
Okay, that's better. Go ahead.
Okay, so I just wanted to talk about, so I'm Hispanic, and I noticed how, a lot of Hispanics that move to America, they pick up on the victimhood mentality.
Yes.
And I noticed that from my friends. I went to college here, and I went to college with other Hispanic people and also people from Jamaica and places like that. And they all have the same narrative. And I found myself believing certain things at the beginning when I first moved here. But I wasn't 100% convinced. And I would repeat certain stuff, but I wasn't really too involved in politics or anything like that. So I was just saying whatever. And then I started to pay attention. This happened when Trump started running for president, because I remember before moving to America, how everybody used to love Trump. In the media.
Yeah.
Because I remember that from the media.
I remember that in rap music. I remember that.
Celebrity Apprentice and all that stuff. And then they all started hating on him. And that's when I became curious about why are they all hating on him. And I started to look for more information.
Yep.
And then I started to realize how biased the media and everything was. And that's when I started to think different. And I see my friends that they have come to this country. They have made money. They bought houses. Some of them have businesses and stuff. And they all have the same narrative. Oh, America is so racist. America needs to be changed. And I just feel America, before I moved here, America was synonym of excellence. I remember my mom talking about stuff that was made in China and stuff that was made in America. And then she'd be like, oh, no, that was made in America. That's really good. And that's how we looked at it, and that's why everybody in my country wants to come here. They all think that it's so great here. And now I see people that after they come here, they start thinking that way, and I'm wondering I'm not wondering. I know that it's just because of the media and what we see in the media, because at some point I felt that way. Not all the way, but a little bit.
I understand.
Are you still there?
I'm still here. No, I totally understand.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that, and it's just so sad that. I'm sorry.
It's so sad that what?
That people come here and they come here for a reason. They get everything that they want, and they can't even be grateful. It's something that I find very upsetting, and I don't like it at all.
So true. You reminded me of a lot of things. Your story on Trump, it reminds me of how I woke up. I woke up to basically God's existence when I saw the evil attack on Trump. The only logical conclusion I came up with was that it was evil. Once I realized that, I realized it was good. And what you're saying about Hispanics and being ungrateful, man, so true. I'm thinking about, for example, in Canada. In Canada, they have socialized healthcare, and so you pay taxes, and then you can go to clinics and all that. And for example, in Ontario, I had this little card. It's an OHIP card, your Ontario Health Identification something. You just show that card at any clinic or hospital. That's it. You get treated, all that. But in Canada, because it's socialized and all that, everybody has to wait their turn. They wait in line and they wait their turn. And it pretty much worked for them for a while. But here's what happens with immigrants, and I know this because my own family would say this. They jump the line, they get the hookup, they bend the rules, they'll jump the line ahead of these Canadians who've been sitting around, being patient, following the rules. I remember family members saying, oh, there's a wait list for da-da-da procedure or whatever, and they'd be like, but all you got to do is call or show up and give them an emotional thing. And I remember thinking that's so wrong. And it's what you're talking about. It's this ungrateful. They're ungrateful.
Yeah, and
it's
let me
partly
tell you,
ingratitude or whatever.
Yes, and I always now, especially now that I'm listening to Jesse more often, I always think like things worked because they were in a certain way, and I don't want to change them. I want them to stay that way. I don't want America to change to accommodate me. I like it the way I found it, and I have been able to accomplish so much, and I'm grateful for that. So I'm not interested in changing it. And whenever I catch myself doing stuff that I'm like, hey, I'm doing this, and I'm trying to like bring my ways, my Dominican ways, I try to like correct myself.
Right on.
Because I want it to stay great, and I want to make it great again. So that's why I voted for the Great White Hope.
Right on. We still rolling with Trump.
Yes, I am.
Nice. Same here. Hey, right on. I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Moving the wheels. Got a super chat here from Noah's Ark, Kansas. Very generous. Thank you so much. Says, happy birthday to my Uyghur, the Hake Report. Only guy to have more birthday parties than Enoch. He's having so much birthday, he's having it on my show, which I'm fine with. Happy birthday to our Uyghur, the Hake Report. He's had more birthdays than me on my own show. One here, super chat from Mari Ubaldo. What's up, girl? Thank you. Hola, Nick. Que tenga un buen fin de la semana. Thank you so much. Okay, what do we got here? Is that all the show I got? Yeah, Willie Pal. Canada's healthcare is pretty bad, I heard. So it's a little more complicated than that, but in general, wait times, people dying while waiting, compounded by the hookup, like the jumping the line immigrants. And then not only that, I think the whole socialized culture, the whole socialized health culture opens it up to trying to save money because it's so mismanaged. For example, it's common to have to really, really fight the doctors to really, really look at you, really, really take a look at you, because all they got to do is swipe your OHIP card, for example, in Ontario, and they get paid, right? They get paid, right? Oh, I treated somebody, even though they don't. And then once they swipe your card and they can put you down as that they treated you, oh, hey, federal government, give me more money or whatever. Now they can play the let me save money game. I got you swiped, but let me give you as little treatment as possible. And this happens a lot as the culture degrades, as people don't want to give like a proper service, and really as all these doctors brown because they don't have the same values and culture as the Canadians. This is all purely anecdotal, but I'd go to clinics, and if it's like brown people, I'd be like, I wouldn't get served. It was just not nice. There's plenty of brown clinics where I got served well. That's also true. Anyways, just off the cuff here, just reacting to Willie Pal's text here or chat. Kind of off the cuff here. What else? Hey, Teresa. What's up, Teresa? Welcome to the Nick stream. What else do I got here? I mean, that's pretty much all the show I got for all of y'all. We got a super chat here from Leo Gonzalez. Thank you so much. Says, I heard that you only bench on the Smith machine. What the? That's not true. Whoever said that is a liar. Hey, what's up, Evgeny Crosby? I know you're working, but thanks for tuning in anyways. Wow. 6:15 p.m. Los Angeles time, I believe. I think that's all the show I have for all of you. How about we vibe out a little as we read some chats here and let the good vibes roll. What's up, Catherine Payne? Thank you so much for the super chat. Very generous. Thank you. Mari, I'm sorry. Hey, Billy Bob, if you want to super chat through PayPal, you can go to anchorbabytips.live. Link is in the description. If you really want to support me, thank you. What you can, give what you can if you wish. Thanks, Miklo. What's up, Niner? I use the Smith machine too. It's a fine machine to use. Leo Gonzalez says, word on the street that you don't trust Jesus to be your spotter on the free weights. Here's what you don't realize, Leo Gonzalez, and maybe you didn't watch me bust the 190-pound bench press on the JLP show, but I made it quite clear. People were asking, why don't you have a spotter? That's because I have faith. You feel me? I got faith. Either I get that weight up or I die. I see a bunch of you bodybuilders out there with spotters thinking that you're Christian. Bunch of you bodybuilders with spotters, really? Huh? Oh, you call yourself a Christian and you have a spotter? I don't think you can call yourself a Christian if you have a spotter. My spotter's Jesus. I'm playing around. All right, guys. Knickers and Nickerettes. What else? That's it. That's all the show. Let's ride out the show. Ride out the show with these vibes. It's been fun. I had a blast. I hope all of you did as well. Thank you, Noah's Arkansas, the OG. Thank you, man. Thanks for being the mod and being there, man. Noah, you know I still got those polos. I wear them for church sometimes. I think you sent me a white one too. And I pretty much sweat through that. It's gross now. But thank you, Noah. Thanks, Luca. Hey, Miklo. No worries. Right on, Lord Colin. Kilo Alpha 1. Thank you so much. Nah, Zenny, you're not alone. You're with us. Good stuff, good stuff. Look, I had a blast. Thank you for joining the Nick stream. Thank you for everything. I'm grateful. I don't even know what I'm doing, but it's fun, and I appreciate you being here. Hey, thank you, hate speech. Thank you, free speech. Hate speech and free speech, both in the chat. Iron Phoenix, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Don't miss church this Sunday, rebuildingtheman.com/church, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Doors open at 10:30 if you're in the area. But this is it for the Nick Stream. It's been a blast. I hope all of you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And that's it, everybody. Until the next one, a pleasure. Take care. Enjoy your weekend.